And we are wrestling with the G1 Climax starting.
Fuck the G1. Fuck the G1. Fuck the G1.
Maybe it's time for the G2.
Well,
Fly like a G6.
It doesn't exist.
well, Jay White wanted to rebrand it to J1. You think that might go somewhere?
His ass better win it, talking all that shit.
Well, let's do some reviewing for the moment being.
Well, do we want to maybe discuss the fact that, or have I already missed the discussion on New Japan's president resigning?
And that,
No.
yeah, you bring up a good point, Scooter. Harold Meiji, I know I butchered that last name, resigned as president of New Japan, effective the 28th of October. The current president of New Japan USA will take his place.
Wow.
Ooh.
Just wow.
I mean, Harold, and speaking as somebody that actually met him in person, not the brightest guy. Not the brightest guy. Maybe in the business world he's a little bit smarter, but I didn't necessarily feel like, oh yeah, I'm fairly confident that this guy is going to take New Japan to the next level.
Yeah, it's Harold Meij, and wow, he's not Japanese. He's Dutch. Wow. Meanwhile, but the president of New Japan America, Takami Obari, is Japanese.
Yes, and I actually did. I haven't met him, but I have seen him on New Japan, and he seems like a pretty good guy to maybe take his place. What about you, Kaliko? What are your thoughts on this presidentship?
Well, it just depends on. I feel like the president for the USA is he's trying to stay in his lane. Like he's trying to push out to be a bigger market, but also not step on anybody's toes. And it's going to be hard to do that in the USA. If the president of New Japan is the reason that John Moxley is holding the United States Championship hostage, then his ass needs to go. Because that in itself is just like, bro, you got a title division that's literally on back end because you gave it to the American, and the American signed with a rival company, and the company ain't gonna let him fight in the USA. Which I feel like that dude, who is the U.S. president, got fucked over when he tried to do his G1 in Dallas.
Well, Tony Khan has said that the outgoing of Harold Meij will most likely have a negative effect on any future relations between AEW and New Japan.
But I feel like that it was negative anyway ever since Kenny and the Bucks kind of talk shit on the way out. But they burnt the bridge on the way out.
But they're also, a lot of fans are actually quite happy with this news because they believe Meij did a poor job of really expanding New Japan when he had the opportunity, setting up New Japan's American operations base, but then still failing to secure a long-term American television contract.
And first off, I'd like to say Mitch Mayhem has joined our party.
Hey, what's cracking?
We're talking about the president of New Japan
Sonata
resigning.
getting fucked. That's what's happening.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. There's nothing to talk about yet. I haven't heard anything really.
Well, we were just talking about. Scooter was alluding to that this might affect future uh, uh future negotiations with maybe AEW, and that Mage
Be more specific. I'm kind of behind on the news.
How Mage resigned from New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's
Oh
being
shit!
he's being replaced by the New Japan of America president. And people are actually really excited for that.
I'm not familiar with the president. Like, I'm not. Who is he? I don't. I'd have to know more about the guy to know, like, where the direction of the company's going and if it's going to alter at all. I would have to look into him more.
All right, fair enough. Well, Harold Mage, Mage, whatever you want to call him. I mean, he's letting Yoshihashi win matches. Yoshihashi and Taichi are champions in New Japan under him. So if that doesn't happen with this new guy, thumbs up from me.
I've told you what I think. I think Yoshihashi and them are in the fucking Yakuza. Anyway.
That takes us to our first review match. Yoshihashi defeated Sonata.
Yes, motherfucker. That's son
Oh
of a
my
bitch,
god,
man.
fuck off. Shut the fuck up.
I am so over that shit.
Fuck off,
right
dude.
there.
Are you serious?
That's like Muggsy Bogues dunking on Michael Jordan. I am fucking done. I'm so over that.
I am totally with Cleco.
Bro, that is 2020. That's
ridiculous.
2020 in a
They
nutshell.
are taking
right
a creamy fucking diarrhea shit all over Sonata. Holy fuck.
That's Sonata deserves better. Sonata deserves fucking better. They fucked them. They're just. What, did he owe some people money backstage or something? Like, what the fuck?
You're good.
Like, dude, like, shit. Like, he got back taxes or some shit. Like, yo, let's straighten it out for the man.
Yeah, something like that. Honor tax in Japan.
What the hell? That's the low of lows. I mean,
hey, you're preaching to the preacher, dude.
The only way that could come back is if he come back and win the B block, and even then, that's like a ass.
That's not gonna fucking happen after those 2 losses, dude. Are you kidding me?
That's like a fucking miracle. So
that's not happening.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm boycotting the G1 off of that.
I am too. I thought he was gonna be my standout.
Yeah, I'm legit boycotting the G1. Knowing I'm lying my ass off.
That's shitty booking. To have Yano.
Oh, no.
Comedy wrestlers fucking go over someone like Sonata.
Oh, you ain't heard the other part. Because Toru Yano beat Evil.
No.
He beat Evil. I am over that. We are done. So done.
Wow.
So
they're wiping their ass with Evil too, aren't they?
Like, damn. What was all that shit with him and Naito for then?
That was a quick push and then kick back down the ladder. Fuck.
Like, stuck his ass down, which tells me that's got to be Jay White's G1 to win.
Maybe that was like, well, I don't know. We'll see about that. I still think Will Ospreay. Well, I got to see if he won his match tonight, but.
He beat the other night. He beat Jay White. So.
He did?
Yeah, he beat Jay White.
Oh, what's up, Kaliko? What did I say? He's gonna take Jay White's spot. Okay, let's go.
Fuck that. Jay White gonna sneak his ass back in there.
I had to give you a cup of I told you so. You know.
There's a 6-way tie in Block A for first place. That includes Jay White and Will Ospreay, Suzuki, Koda, and
I never lost it.
At the top of the list, Tai Chi.
Tai Chi. Taichi is number
Fuck
one
off.
in the fucking block, yo.
Fuck
And
off.
Yano
That's
is number
fake
one in the
news.
B block. This is 2020, boy. I am
That's
so.
fake fucking news, dude.
That shit better change it fucking immediately.
Yeah, fuck yeah, better.
So, going back to B block, we Yoshihashi's at 2 points.
All the shit wrestlers are getting wins. Wow.
Sonata's at 0 points.
All the guys I would have jobbed are getting wins.
ZSJ is at 2 points, 1 win, 2 losses.
Is the Saber ZSJ is at 4 points.
He might have yesterday, but we're counting from a couple days ago. I did not see yesterday's show. Thanks for ruining it, Scooter.
I live to serve.
I'm gonna call Vince. I'm gonna pray to Vince McMahon on you.
Don't always
Oh, no.
come, but he's right on time.
Don't take my
Are you my
Twitch
food
channel,
service
please.
man? I can hear him saying that.
Kenta's at 2 wins, 1 loss, 4 points. Kenta making an impression on me in this G1. He's been pretty good. What say you, Kaliko?
I mean, he's coming off that American G1, so it made sense for him to look decent. You know what I mean? To show that, okay, his body's used to it. Because I feel like last year he had the whole they still don't like his ass, but it was like he was the whole outsider, and especially coming from going from Noah to WWE back, go to the New Japan. I could see them seeing Kenta as a Noah guy. So it just seemed like he was the ultimate outsider, and now he's starting to find his stride and his rhythm, which is weird because, in WWE, he always had it, and he would go on a streak, and then he'd get hurt. He'd go on a little run, and then he'd get hurt. So it's good to see that he's able to do it and not, and his body's actually healed. Because that's what I feel like the detriment for him was in WWE. The pressure to perform, the fact that he wasn't in his native land, and he felt like the foreign exchange student had to make straight A's or he was going back home. And I felt like that pressure was on him. But now I feel like back in Japan, he's more comfortable. He's at home. There's no outside lingering issues. His body's better. He can take care of his body better. Probably get into his routine better. So it's nothing new that he's actually performing well. I'm just glad that he's performing well without having those setbacks of injuries.
Right. Somebody with a load of injuries, Hiroshi Tanahashi, is at 1 win, 2 losses, 2 points. And Tanahashi lost to Yano. Or let's say fell victim.
He fell victim to the king of pro wrestling.
Is it safe to
Yano.
call Yano Yanos at this point?
Yano?
Juice Robinson.
Yano. He might. Shit.
Juice Robinson's 2 wins, 1 loss, 4 points. Scooter, this is Juice Robinson's essentially his comeback in 2020. What do you think that he might do in this G1?
After seeing the fact that Taichi and Yano are respectively at the top of their blocks, this really makes me believe that this is either Kenta's or Juice's G1.
That's a good point.
I I would even probably go as far as say there might be a one match tiebreaker between Kenta and Juice when this is all over.
That's interesting. And that brings us to the block leader, Toru Yano. 3 wins, 0 losses, 6 points. Mitch Mayhem, you counted him out.
No, if I was booking, he's a comedy wrestler from the picture I've seen. I haven't seen much of his wrestling. I don't think I need to.
But he is over like a rover, though. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga he entertains the hell out of him, man. I ain't
What's
gonna lie
his
about
shtick?
that. Bro, his stick is just basically like he's like that dude that hits people, but he can't hit them hard. So he's trying to do everything that he can to kind of get the win. He's yanking chairs. He's
like
whooping.
Orange Cassidy?
Oh,
No,
God, no.
no.
He's better than Orange
Jesus,
Cassidy.
no.
Okay.
Jesus, no.
More like
He
that.
actually, Yano actually wrestles. But yeah, Yano is more like this,
getting wins.
trying to get distractions and do all this other shit. And his wins always come by Schoolboy. Low blow Schoolboy. And motherfuckers fall for it.
Oh,
wow. Fucking time.
That's crazy.
Apparently, they don't have athletic cups in Japan.
Or, hey, that might be a thing Yano does. He steals people's cups, so they are not protected.
Ew.
I have a joke. I'm gonna resist.
And
Please
he's
tell.
always,
I don't know.
Now you gotta
and he's always selling DVDs. My man stay coming out with he's like the Japanese version of the DVD dude that be selling DVDs on the corner.
Really, though?
I got Kill Bill 1, 2, and 3 all on one disc. That guy.
Evil is at. Yep.
Fuck it, I'll say it. Really though, like even if it probably has nothing to do with wearing a cup or anything. Asians have a thing for having small dicks, so he probably doesn't hit it. That's all.
Chinese. And Japanese.
I will say this. This is Yano's. I'm gonna just say, 2020 is like the best year of his life right now. Like this is like his career year.
So
he beats Okada. He's the king of pro wrestling. He's 3-0 in the G1. He's halfway to being like in the final.
It's like Elvis before dying on the shitter.
Life's good for that man. Life's good.
He's number 1 in the world, and number 2 is a tie between everybody else on the planet.
Somebody that is not doing well in this G1, or maybe people would have expected it anyway. Evil is at 1 win, 2 losses, 2 points.
Now
that's weird. I think it's because it's coming back to earth, and I got that pun there. But I think it's just like he had his best 3 months or month and a half, really. And that was when he won the chip. And that's about it. I mean,
well, without giving anything else away based on current standings, you don't count Evil out yet.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't count them out because they wouldn't have did what they did if they didn't see any potential in them. But it's just disappointing that you would think, because Yano, like it's like the NCAA football schedule. You usually look at people and you be like, oh, Toriano, that's a win. Tai Chi, that's a win. Yoshi, that's a win. Usually these dudes are like the bye weeks. And they're getting the fucking upsets right now. So that's like losing the bye week.
Apparently in 2020,
like
logic doesn't fucking matter, though. You know.
I told you it's Revenge of the Nerds New Japan edition. Like, what the fuck, bro?
is Evil Ogre?
Hiroki Goto.
He might be. Everything is evil. That's his shit. So yeah, it might be Ogre.
And starring Chad Gable as Stan Gable?
Yeah. He would have to actually leave WWE.
Chad Gable's
Fucking
internet
weird.
Chad.
Hiroki Goto is at 1 win, 2 losses, 2 points. Hiroki Goto.
Next.
Tetsuya Naito, 3 wins, 0 losses, 6 points.
Expected. Yes.
How many losses? Wait, say it
No
Zero.
again.
loss.
0.
Good. Naito, my first
Expected.
to win.
Except he just got a fire in his ass from getting his ass got.
I don't want
Next.
to hear about anal sex, man.
No Vaseline. Evil gave him no Vaseline, and he's like, I will not get burned again.
Too far. I will say that when, Naito brings it, he really brings it. And this is the Naito that made me his biggest fan from day one. So to see him striving like this is great. Now to the A block, Minoru Suzuki is at 3 wins, 1 losses, 6 points. His biggest loss at this point was to Taichi, who's his underling.
Go figure. Like, think of that. Think of that. Taichi. Fucking Taichi, man. I'm done. So I'm waiting on
He's the
Taichi
one
to go.
that
I'm
looks
the
like
captain.
the Green Hornets Asian compadre.
Yes!
Oh my God.
Kato.
Kato.
All hope is lost in this G1. I can't even tell you.
He's
I thought last
It's
year
a
I was
big
fucking wrong.
gimmick
This year
infringement
I'm
on
way off.
Okada.
Like, I thought I was
That
off
was
last
Okada's
year.
old gimmick in TNA.
Yeah, the Green Hornet or something.
Yeah.
Next up, Yujiro Takahashi. He's at 0 wins, 4 losses, 4 points. 0 points.
Next.
Kota Ibushi, 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points.
Defending champ. Next.
Jeff Cobb, 1 wins, 3 losses, 2 points.
Who cares? Next.
About expected. Next.
Okay, we need to talk about this guy. Kazuchika Okada, 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. I mean, you would expect better from Okada, but, it seems like he's not the same Okada he was. He's not even the Lost My Mania, painted my hair red Okada at this point.
But with five superstars ahead of him, all tied for first place, this actually comes up with a very interesting situation that could allow for Okada to sneak by.
That's true, because all the other dudes, with the exception of maybe all the other undefeated people, because that's how they usually do it. And he's got a point. Scoot's got a point where they all end up having to face each other. And since Okada kind of already went through, and he's half and half, he could kind of sneak his way in. But it is disappointing, considering at this point last year he eliminated half the field by his damn self. So that's coming from that standard. Yeah, it's fucking disappointing.
Next, Taichi, 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points.
And this is where we end 2020. Just put me in a DeLorean and take me to 2022.
It's not even the end yet, dude.
Tai Chi is in first place. If he just holds on and just draws, it gets maybe a couple wins or two. He might fucking win. He might win. This dude just might win. He just might win the A block.
Yeah,
And I'm a riot.
That would be fucking hell
riot.
freezing over.
I will burn all my New Japan shit.
That will,
Maybe
Taichi
it's new
wins.
management.
it will trigger the apocalypse.
It wasn't in 2012. It was in 2020.
I'd say.
I still think something happened in 2012, but that's neither here nor there. Nothing that we realize or know.
Mitch Mayhem's boy with Will Ospreay is at 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points. Definitely maybe the
Yep.
surprise of the tournament.
Let's say again? I didn't hear you.
Definitely
Yeah,
the surprise of the tournament.
I wouldn't say he's a surprise in the sense that he was the light heavyweight and he was fighting basically up his weight class.
He's
And
always
that's
been
where-
mid-carder, dude. I told you this was going to be his breakout, though.
I
It
get
is. I
what
still
you're
think
coming
it
from. But the way that they were showing him is like him fighting all these bigger dudes is taking a toll on his body.
You
So
said
now
something
this
true.
year he's a little bit better about it. So I'll give
Kaliko,
him
you
that.
said something true a few weeks ago that I picked up on. Like, Gaijin always does, like, come out big. Like, at least one. And like I said, I think he was going to be the one.
Yeah, they usually have one
Right.
that looks good.
You're right about that, yeah.
And finally, Jay White is at 3 wins, 1 losses, 6 points.
I mean, he's still in the running, and he could sneak his ass out. And especially, like we say, it's either him or Ospreay coming out that block. I feel it, and I feel like because Ospreay got the tiebreaker, Jay White.
Dude, Ospreay, you already beat White.
Yeah, but it only takes Ospreay taking one L.
I think Ospreay's got White in this. All he's got to do is tie, and he wins because he beat him.
True, but if we look at
So he doesn't need to even be ahead of him.
But I'm looking at the schedule ahead, and it's figuring out
that's a big advantage.
who's got the easiest schedule coming.
I'm just saying that's a big
towards the
advantage
end.
mathematically.
It is, but it also counts to me from what I've seen. That scheduling counts, boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if Ospreay, because if I remember right, who did Ospreay beat? I can't remember, but
does he have a thicker second half than he did the first half?
I'm betting so. I would not be surprised.
I mean, he has Okada on the last day.
He beat Jay White in his most recent match.
But we
Right.
thought Yano and Tai Chi and Yoshi were going to be the pushovers of this, and they've been getting wins. So
Right. So to me, if Ospreay still has Okada, Suzuki, Taichi, if he has those three,
they better give Tai Chi and Yoshi and fucking
and he has Yujiro, and I feel like he's gonna get one. It just depends on
Ospreay and Tai Chi at night 13.
Yep.
Dude, if Ospreay doesn't win that, I'll fucking riot.
Ospreay
Bro.
Okada night 17.
I will
Yep.
fucking go and
Ospreay,
ape
Okada.
shit, bro.
Yeah. See, he's got a sled in the head. He's got some
Ospreay's the
sled.
fucking. I think he's champion now.
And that's the only thing that I think is going to be his detriment. It's not him. It's just the way that the second half of his shit's going to be scheduled.
I think they're pushing. I think. Okay, here's what I think. This is what's like pushed a lot of like why I'm getting behind. Why I'm I'm having a fucking blank, but why I'm getting behind him. I'll come back to it because I just forgot.
Well,
Ospreay and Coda is next up
Ospreay.
for A block on night 9. But also Jay White has Jeff Cobb, and assuming that's an easy victory,
I mean,
Jay
it
White
kind of
will
is.
lose But also Taichi and Ishii, that that's also probably in a Taichi win. So we're probably going to be stuck with the same top 3 in A block after the next night.
Okay, real quick. Will Ospreay, the reason why I think he's getting pushed is because the AEW situation. I think they were in private negotiations to try to get him to flip, and I think NJPW is like, we got to give him more, man. So I think that has something to do with it.
Well, I don't see Osprey being Coda at this point because Coda kind of owes him a receipt.
I don't think Coleco saw Ospreay beating Jay White, so
I think a lot of people saw it, and to be honest.
I mean, Ospreay being Jay White is not out of the realm.
Yeah, but you thought Jay White was going to beat a lot of people.
Taichi being undefeated is definitely out of the
Exactly.
fucking realm.
I'm with you, dude.
That's out of the realm.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Like, Jay White losing to Ospreay, I could see it. I definitely could see it. But Taichi being halfway
Yeah, it's like Barry
he's in first
Horowitz.
place?
Yeah, that's the equivalent of Barry
Nah,
Horowitz.
man.
Right?
Nah.
A winning streak.
Some of these
Well, he kind of
motherfuckers
did in
out-
'98 with WCW, so.
Some of these dudes out kicking their coverage in New Japan. Shit.
Nah.
Alright, so last thoughts on the G1 so far, Scooter Dust.
Like they are really. It seems like they're really making it almost very difficult to decide by having no clear standout this year. And maybe that's because of what happened last year. They probably, given the situation, everything, they're gonna milk this for all it's worth. So this is probably gonna be the closest G1 we will ever see.
Mitch Mayhem.
Yeah, repeat that. Sorry.
The G1 so far, your thoughts?
I think it's ridiculous, dude. I think it's fucking stupid. That with the people who are winning so far, that's who I would have had drop out, dude. And you have others like Okada and others taking losses. It's ridiculous, dude. I think it's upside down. Everything in 2020 sucks dick, dude. I don't know.
And I don't even know if we need to get to him. Kaliko, your thoughts?
Bro, the only saving grace about me even wanting to stick around and actually watch the rest of this G1 is they usually have the people that start out the
You're a
gate high.
mark. No, I'm
And the only reason I hold on is because they always have those few guys that start off hot and then they come back to earth. So I'm expecting Yano to come back to earth. I'm expecting Taichi to come back to earth.
Yeah, we expected them.
I'm expecting Yoshi
man, so.
to not even be on earth. He should
Alter
be
your
extinct.
expectations, my friend.
So I think, and I agree with Scooter in a sense that last year was probably the most stacked talent-wise G1, and I think this year is the most balanced G1. And I feel like this might be the first time where we usually say like 14 points. 12 to 14 gets you in. I'm thinking 12 is I think it's 10 to 12 with a couple tiebreakers.
Might be right.
And that's what it's looking like.
Well, we'll be covering the rest of the G1 as it comes to, and until then, we will conclude our coverage of this topic.